Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. This is Vlogmas day 7. Jesus, I can't believe, I've been seeing this on Facebook, but I literally cannot believe it's Christmas next Sunday. It's gone so quickly, I feel like. Anyway, this is such a highly requested video. And as you can tell by today's title, it is the Meet the Horses video. So they're all in because it's absolutely frozen. They all want to go out, but they can't because look at that. So I thought perfect time to be able to do this video. So yeah, we'll start off with the Shetlands and we'll work our way around. Hello. You're very vocal this morning, aren't you, mister? This? Right, let's start with the Shetlands. So this is Betty and this is Wilma. It is very hard to believe, but Betty is actually Wilma's child. She was, hello, Wilma is the sweetest thing. So we'll start off with Wilma. These are both rescues. What are you doing? Wilma hasn't had a very good life. She's got a lot of scars where she was, what is it called? I think it's like toggled, where they have rope attached to their feet so that you can't move. She's got a really big scar from where she was picked up by a stallion and shook around. And I will show you that in a minute. But when Wilma first came to us, she was just she just kept herself to herself, was quite scared of sudden movements and everything like that. But we've had them for about 1.5 years now, I believe, probably almost 2 years. And she's really come out of her little shell. And she's just the cutest little Shetland ever. Right, let's move on to you, because you're the pain. She's the Billy Goat Gruff. This is Betty. Oh, I haven't told you how old Wilma is. I believe Wilma is 12. Betty is 4, almost 5. Yes, she is the child of Wilma. You do feel sorry for her. But you are just the cheekiest little thing, aren't you? Yes, you nip and you run off and you barge. You have no manners, do you? But Betty has had a very good life. She was born in the rescue. So after Wilma was rescued, weren't you? So all she's known is kindness and love. So obviously she didn't take very long to come out of her shell, but yeah, you're just a pain, aren't you? You run into everybody's stables and you steal everybody's food and you wind the girls up in the field when you get turned out with them. Because she's young, she just likes to play with them. And obviously all the other girls are all quite old and they're just like, no, we just want to eat grass. But Betty's like, no, let's play, and she just winds them all up. So you often get chased, don't you, for being a massive wind-up? Hey? Yes? Yes, but she's such a good baby. And I think you'll be a really good kids pony, won't you? So that's what I think we're going to do in the new year. She's already been long-reined and she's been lunged and stuff. And she's got her own little bridle and she's been bit trained and that. So yeah, in the new year, when you're 5, I think, because there's no rush with her, I think we will start to see if we can get a little person on you. Yeah? Oh, careful. Right, moving on. Okay, so this is Logan, aka, where is it? Oakmont Fusilier. This is Dad's horse. He is 12, almost 13. Dad's owned him for almost 7 years now, I think. So he's been with us for quite some time. I can't believe it's actually been 7 years. He was the first horse that we bought in the family. And yeah, he's just like a general all-rounder. Dad does everything on him. I take him hunting. I do cross country on him. You just love everything, don't you? And you get very excited, don't you? Yeah, and he's just an absolute angel with everything. The only thing that he does is, when he hasn't been out for a few days, he's like really on his toes to the field, but that's like any horse that would be fresh out of a stable. But yeah, you're a good boy. What breed are you? I think you're something cross thoroughbred, aren't you? Irish. You're just an Irish thing. He was originally bought for my dad and my mum, but then he very quickly became dad's horse, didn't you? We bought him down in London from an old instructor, before she even actually became our instructor, before she even like came to instruct our yard. So yeah, before us, he'd done a bit of eventing, I believe, and he did some BS classes. And I used to jump in BS as well before I had Jarvis and before I had Diane. So yeah, he just turns his hoof to anything, and he's a good boy. Sorry, am I boring you? Am I? Am I boring you? Don't mess up my new coat. Oh, here is the OG. She's probably going to put her ears back at me now. Yeah, she realised I haven't got any food. Come on, you've got to be sociable. This is Leah, aka Ashhill Silver Sound. She was the first pony we ever had, and you're so miserable, aren't you? Look at that face. She's got a face like a slapped bottom, haven't you? We bought her when she, well, we were told she was 6, but she was actually 4. So we have literally taught you everything, and you've taught us quite a lot, haven't you? But she was Molly's first pony, although she was sort of like a family pony because she was the first horse. And obviously my mum wanted to ride, so that's why Molly didn't get a smaller horse, because it was like a mother-daughter share. And obviously I wanted to ride as well, so I used to ride her, although I used to be petrified of her because there came a time where I got chucked off like 3 school horses 3 weeks in a row. I lost all of my confidence, and I wouldn't even walk on you, would I, without crying my eyes out. So yeah, you've been very good to me, you've been very good to Molly, but yeah, it was quite hard to educate her, especially because we were so new to it as well. Like, I wouldn't ever really recommend it, but she was always so good. And yeah, we have had, she's a Connemara cross. We have had you. You are 15 now. So let me do it. We've had you for 11 years. No? 12? Almost 12 years. Almost 12 years. Yeah. Nice. We've had you for 12 years. She'd never go anywhere. We just, she's been loaned out a couple of times over the, well, to one girl over this year. Well, she's not loaned anymore because we're going to start doing a bit more pony club stuff with her. She has done BS up to a metre. She probably would have gone higher. She's got all the jump, all the scope, but she did do her annular ligament in her front leg, which took a while to heal because we were going to see if it healed naturally, although it didn't, so we ended up having to do the surgery. But she's never had any problems with that since. And yeah, you're just a bit of a moody mirror, aren't you? You just love your food, nothing else. You love the people that bring you the food. Yeah. She also does cross country and dressage and stuff, but you look a bit like a Billy Goat's gruff, so you won't be doing any of that this winter, will you? Unless you're clipped. I don't really have the time to clip you at the minute. Don't get snot on me. You gonna kiss me? Ha, gotcha. Good girl. But yeah. Next up is my naughty pony. You were my first pony, weren't you? This is Blaze, aka I Am Blaze. We came up with a very creative show name for him, didn't we? Because you are the Blaze. Come here. He's gonna be antisociable now. Don't be annoying. So he is an old man. Well, he's not really old actually. He's 16. We've had you for 10 years, haven't we? Had you for 10 years. I used to get chucked off by this pony 6 out of 7 days a week. He was nasty to me, but he taught me to be the rider I am today, and without him, I honestly don't think I would have got as far as I had gotten with all of the other horses. I mean, as like his antics taught me how to ride Jarvis, and then yeah, I don't think I would have been able to sit Jarvis's rears without you, would I? You were mean to me when I was a little kid, but he did BS up to 90. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. You're giving me a kiss. You're cute, aren't you? No, no. Right, now, stop distracting me. He competed up to 90 and a metre. although he was never very good. He was good. If he went out, he would either win or chuck me off. And he didn't like new venues. He didn't like doing cross country. He didn't like going down to the beach. He was very much a show jumping pony, weren't you? You loved your hacking, but yeah, you were always a challenge. And there were so many times where Mum and Dad said, look, we will sell him if you think that you can't like get along with him or you can't ride him. But I'm so glad we didn't sell you, because you were the life and the party of the yard, aren't you? Never a dull day with him. But yeah, he's, if you hadn't already guessed by seeing his antics, he is a Welsh Cross New Forest. Blaze is now rubbing his bum on his hainer. When I first got Blaze, I'll tell you the story. My mum, basically, no. My mum showed me Blaze's advert and she said, would you like a show jumping pony like this? And I said, yeah, I love him. I love the look of him. If I could have him, I would. Little did I know that my mum arranged a viewing. Molly went to try him. And then they surprised me on the 1st of November for an early Christmas gift. And he was there. So they brought me up to the stables and Mum was like, oh, can you go get a hay net out for Leah when we tie her up? It's in our stable. And there he was with tints around his neck and a big banner at the back of the stable saying Merry Christmas, Ella. And I literally cried. And then I proceeded to take him out of the stable and he ran off with me about 5 times. So I knew from then that he wasn't going to be easy and he wasn't particularly tolerant. Can you come here and be sociable? I'm talking about you. What's this? Here he comes. You can always trick me for food. Have a kiss. Have a kiss? Kiss? No? He's a circus pony though. I don't know whether he's going to do it or not because he hasn't got any treats. But you can push your legs. Push your legs. What pony knows how to cross their legs? You're so good. Good boy. And he knows bow and everything, but you're probably going to catch on in a minute. I don't have any treats for him. And you? I do apologise. I have just realised I've missed out how tall they all are. It's a lot to remember, you know. Logan is 16'2", Leah is 14'1", and Blaze is 13'1". I don't really know how high the Shetlands are. They're just, well, Wilma's a miniature Shetland and Betty is miniature Shetland cross cob. So, yeah, I'd say she's probably about 11'2". 11'2", and probably about 11'2" wide as well. So fat. In this stable is my baby. Oh, she doesn't. I was going to lift this up, but I haven't actually bought her a name tag yet. I do apologise, Missy. I'm going to put her head collar on because otherwise she's just going to eat her haylage, and I'm not going to. You're actually not going to be able to see her. So, come here. Oh, you have come. You've come to the door. Oh, right. So this is Diane. AKA her show name is a bit rubbish and a bit boring. It's just Diane the Second, like Diane II. But she is 17'2". She is a big gal, aren't you? She's my main show jumper. She is very much. She's pretty much in every single vlog, aren't you? No, you've got to wait. You're not coming out. You just want you to be sociable. I've competed her up to 120 so far. Hopefully, be able to compete her up to 130 by the end of our time together. She's the first horse that I've ever bought solely on my own, which is quite an achievement, I'd say. And she's lovely to have. She is literally the definition of a BFG on the yard. Like, Blaze will run off and drag you through the ice just to get some haylage, whereas you can literally lead her in from the field, like, just with her rug. She's an angel, aren't you, to do in every way? Yes. Yes, you are. So a little bit of background history on Diane. She is she's a KWPN. You are 14, aren't you? School mistress. She came over from the Netherlands where she jumped up to 135, I believe. 130, 135. To a lovely family down in London where we used to live. We actually used to know them because they used to be on the same yard, so we've known Diane for years. Always used to love her. But yeah, I had the ride on her for a year because the girls went to uni who had her, and then they realised that the girls didn't really want to ride anymore. Blazer's just chucked his rug off the floor. So they wanted to sell her, and they offered me to buy her, and I did. I couldn't say no, I couldn't sell her because we'd come so far already together that, yeah, it would just be silly, wouldn't it? So I bought you, didn't I? She won't be a forever horse, sadly, because I will need the money that I get from Diane to invest into a new horse, considering I pay for everything for her, and I just don't see myself being able to afford more than one horse at the minute, with obviously all the other horses that we've collected over time. But yeah, you're a good girl, aren't you? Yeah, can you stop? Right, come. Let's go back in your stable. You're a good girl. Sorry, I should have brought treats round. Really, shouldn't I? But I didn't. Go on, no, you go inside. You can go back to eating your haylage now. There you go. I think I've said everything. Have I said everything about you? Yes. This is Jarvis, aka Temple Diamond. Hello. Are you gonna nip me or be mean? What are you gonna do? So, many of you will know Jarvis for his expressive behaviour and his bad attitude. But he is a lovely horse, bless him. He just wasn't meant for the show jumping life, were you? You're meant for the happy hacking life with mother, aren't you? So we knew him down in London. We actually bought him just before we moved up here. I had the ride on him for probably around a year as well. Diane. And then, yeah, we decided to buy him. And what a mistake that was, Magic. You're not a mistake, don't worry. You're just difficult. So I started show jumping when he came up here, and then we sort of realised that I think he just didn't enjoy it as much as we would have hoped, and there's no point forcing him to do something that he didn't want to do because it's unfair on them. So we packed up the show jumping career, didn't we? And he is Mum's horse now. We've had him for 3 years. 3 years or 4 years? Probably coming up to 4 years now. And you are 16. 16? Are you 16? Yes, you are 16. And he's just a warm blood. And you are 16-1, aren't you? You big goon. So, for all of the questions, this is Jarvis. Jarvis is still here, we haven't sold Jarvis. Jarvis is just having an easy life as a pet, aren't you? And last but not least, the angel child, Lucky. This is Dora, aka Lucky to Be. It's her show name. Come here, you won't come either. Stay there. No, you're not going out. You're not going out, all of you. So, a little bit of backstory behind Dora's show name. So, she was a twin. They had all the ultrasounds, scans, and they didn't believe that there were any twins in there, but there was, and you were the runt, weren't you? Her brother was 17-2, she's about 15-1. So her brother was called Meant to Be because he was meant to be alive, and you were called Lucky to Be because you're lucky to be alive, because not many twins make it. And I'll actually insert a photo probably on the screen now of her as a foal. She had to have a rug on and everything. You were just a runt, weren't you? The little tiny thing, but she's basically a mini horse. She is awesome at her job. Absolutely loves show jumping. I competed her in juniors. Up to 125, and now we compete in seniors up to 1m5, just because she can't actually make the horse distances where she's always been trained to have a small stride for the pony strides. She finds it difficult to extend her stride to do like the one stride and the doubles and stuff. So in a one-strided horse double we do 2 strides, and in a 2-strided horse double we do 3 strides, but that's just how it is and it works, isn't it? So we keep doing it. Thanks for that. I had the ride on her down in London. I had the run on her for probably about 6 months, I'd say. And it was really lovely because my parents actually bought her for me as an end of GCSE present. I just loved her so much, and they were selling her. That's why I was basically riding her to get her back out so they could sell her, and I had no idea. The day I finished my last GCSE, I actually came out to the yard and there she was in the stable, and I absolutely bawled my eyes out. I'll see if I can find the video and I'll insert it, but yeah, it was really sweet of my parents to do. And yeah, and you've been with us ever since. So the future plans for her is next year she will be put into foal, won't you? And we'll have our own little baby Dor running around because she's such an awesome horse. She's got so much talent, but the only thing that stops her from jumping so high in seniors is her stride. So going to breed her with the bigger strided horse, hopefully get a bigger Dor out of it, and then off we go with our first homebred. Yeah, good girl. So I think in the last, I don't have any treats, in the last Meet the Horses video, we also had Nibbles and we had Luna. So for those of you who don't know, Luna, aka Cordelia Vivendi, who was my sister's horse, sadly passed away last year. It's been about 1.5 years since she departed from us. But to stop all of the questions, basically she had colic, and really bad colic, the day before Royal Windsor Horse Show, which was absolutely devastating. So we did everything we could for her. She got taken into Newmarket, Rossdale's, and they just couldn't save her. 29 feet. They can only save her if it was 24 to 26 feet, I think. But 29 feet of her small intestine had gone for a tear in her stomach. They don't know how she got the tear, but they couldn't save her, bless her. So she wasn't in any pain. They put her on a lot of pain relief and stuff. What are you doing? You're not helping the situation right now. And yeah, she wasn't in any pain when she passed, but obviously it was very devastating for us. And then Nibbles obviously was only here for a short amount of time. She was here to sell, so she found herself a lovely home back down where we used to be. So yeah, and that is all the horses. We've got 8, too many in winter, but we just keep collecting them. All of these horses are keepers apart from Diane, which is sad because I would love to keep Diane, but because she is my own, I have to make some hard decisions. So yeah, but she's not going to be for sale anytime soon. I've got so much more to learn on her. She's got so much more to teach me, and we've got so much more to achieve together. So yeah, she won't go anywhere anytime soon, but I know that she won't be staying forever. Right, are you done eating scraps off the floor? Come on, you can go back in the stable now. You're a good girl. You're a good child. Yeah? Come on then. That is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Short video. But everybody really wanted a Meet the Horses. So that is you meeting all of the horses. Too many. You've got all of our stables filled. Well, all of these ones around here. We have actually got 2 Shire stables around the front and the courtyard, but we don't use those because they're filled with loads of stuff from London, from when we moved up here, and from the holiday cottage. So yeah, anyway, that's Vlogmas Day 7. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more videos. The next video will be uploaded on Sunday, so look forward to that, and I will see you later. Oh my god, the cat's on the roof. Crazy cat. Right, bye.